So 2.5 weeks now of time thinking that I had something in the bag. There's no fucking bag. What the Okay, back again. Feels like forever, by the way, and that part sucks. But this is Simply Karafying. I am not so Simply Kara, so let's just get into what we've got going on today, okay? It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't fucking stumble over something, so let's just get it out of the way, and the next rest of the time is going to be completely smooth. Probably not. Today, I kind of want to just dive into why people say things they don't mean. Like why people say they're going to do things and then they don't deliver, or they have no intention of delivering. Why does that drive people absolutely fucking crazy? Like there's reasons, I guess. Like once you actually dive in. I know I'm not the only one that's been let down by people. This goes way back, even in like childhood days. You hear somebody say, okay, we're going to do this in a little while, tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And then, the time comes, the day comes, and that delivery doesn't exist. How is it so easy for some people to just be like, oh yeah, I can help you do that. I'm totally going to do this. I'm gonna. And it's all bullshit. I couldn't imagine writing a check that I myself couldn't fucking cash, because that's exactly what it's like. Why do people do that? Why do people do that? I feel like some people really just are addicted to trying to be the nice guy all the time, that they really want to believe that the shit that's coming out of their mouth is like legit and true. But then, the facade fades away, the glitter stops falling and people stop clapping and like nodding along. And then it's like, whatever. And then the excuses come and it's like that person that you told the thing to is now fucked because they believed what you fucking said. This is all completely vague, by the way, okay? And I'll give you an example. Okay, relying on people that just suck. Okay, I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, I was waiting for someone who I held very high up in my, in my mind and everything else in my life, like held my heart. This person could do no wrong. And yes, they're very, very, very busy. That's why they're never around. I know. You already know, right? Yeah, that was me. So it gets to be the holidays. We're getting closer to Christmas. I get a phone call saying that, I or my mom or somebody gets a phone call saying that I'm going to have a very special visitor for Christmas. Okay, so Christmas comes and I am so excited that I go stand by the window waiting. The sun's not even up yet, probably. And this story, by the way, is even sadder when it's being told to you and it's just like, oh, but hey, anyway, okay, back at the window. Okay. We lived on a very dead dirt road. So if you heard a car, that was the car. You know what I mean? Like you just knew that was going to be the car. That's who I'm waiting for. So when I would hear it, if I walked away and I heard a car coming, run back to the window, just waiting, just knowing that this was it. But it wasn't. So then you get a little hit. And then, okay, you sit there and you're hoping and you're waiting. And then you walk away, but then you hear another one eventually. So you run back. And okay, so this game goes on all fucking day. Now the sun has not only come up, but gone all the way down. It is pitch black outside. The day is fucking done. It's over. And the only thing that's in that scenario is a broken little girl who thought that somebody's words, because they said it, they meant it. When actually, they were just talking, right? To pump up the situation and make the girl feel so good, and then they didn't have to deliver. Because it's not going to bother them as much. They're not around. They don't have to see her, so, you know what I mean? And then they know that all they have to do is say, I'm sorry, I was so very busy and I'm sorry. Next time I'm going to bring you stuff and we're going to do this and this. Okay. So when you go your life with people like that, you start to build up a very proper, validated defense system up here. Okay? Here, all of it. You know what I mean? You don't take people's words seriously because they're just words. All right? Someone has to actually, as hard as I worked to build up the bullshit defense, that's how hard people have to work for me to trust that their words leaving their mouth are actually attached to some validating things. Okay? So don't say you're going to do things if you have no intention of actually doing them. Okay? Talk is cheap. The brain actually gets rewarded for the announcement rather than the actual achievement. So that is a big part of why a lot of people, especially ones who jump in all the time and got that hero thing going on. Yeah, that's it. They do feel really good. They feel really good. They make the room feel really good. They make that, targeted person feel really good. So yay! But the actual thing is usually it involves time, effort, energy, work, money, doesn't matter. The words are the big fucking cookie. The action is actually requiring something. Okay, so when someone tells you you're going to do something, the brain releases dopamine. This tricks your mind into feeling a premature sense of accomplishment, right? Have you ever gone to somebody, you really need some help, and you're like, okay, I know the person, and you ask them, they say yes. So it's like a giant mental check off your list of probably 30 other things. The only part that sucks about that is that when it comes down to really needing people for legit things, when they're checked off that list mentally, you then put that aside. You don't think about it anymore until it's time to. And then when it's time to, and then you get fucked, that's a problem. Because now you're double fucked because this is the time you need to do the thing. And you thought that you had someone to rely on that's actually leaving you fucking stranded and fucked. So, I don't know. So whether you're dealing with a flaky friend, a talkative coworker, or fighting your own internal habits, breaking this cycle requires shifting from announcement mode to execution mode. Very different. Very different. Okay? Why do people make empty promises in the first place? Dopamine hits, social validation, and people pleasing. Those are three big things that a lot of people, they run their tank on, okay? They have another tank of excuses and reasons and alibis as to why they can't actually fulfill these three things. So it's a very, So how to shift from talking to doing. And this is for those people who either, you're yes men or you just like to keep the room happy, whatever. So practice radio silence. Keep your goal entirely to yourself. All right. Do not post previews, teasers, or updates online. I guess this is for different things. Let the final output be the very first time anyone hears about it. Okay. So I guess this is more like if I say I'm going to do something and then nothing happens. That would be a problem for me. Even if it's just me. Even if I'm if I'm going to talk, oh yeah, you guys should come up. I'm going to make this big oasis pool. It's going to have a hot tub and a rock wall and waterfall. We can zip line into it. There's going to be monkeys there. Yeah, it's going to be great. Unless I'm drunk, right? And we're just bullshitting to bullshit the bullshitters around who are also bullshitting. I mean, that is so much of a waste of breath. Right? If I have no intention of actually fucking doing it. Because if anybody takes me seriously, saying shit like that, and then I don't, even though it has nothing to do with them, I'm still hurting my own credibility. So if they ask and I roll up and I'm like, oh yeah, I can help you, I can help you do this and this, and we'll do this and this, it'll be so great. But you don't have a pool with a hot tub and the monkeys and the zip line and all that stuff. Like, yeah, it. By the way, if any of this is like hitting home with you, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because, then we can keep in touch and we can keep this kind of shit rolling because obviously I'm a character, right? Okay, forget that last part, but the buttons. All right, move it to the calendar. A plan in your head is just a wish. Let me see. If you promise to do something, immediately schedule a specific block of time for it. This is definitely for other people because I have had so many people in my life say, hey, after this event, can I come do this? Or, hey, I can help you with that. Yeah, I can help you with that. But then the time comes, I will check in. That's just a thing now. Like it's been hit so many times. I always like to check in like a week before, a couple days before. And it's like, we still good for blah, blah, blah. Even if it's the next day. If I'm supposed to meet somebody at 10 o'clock, I will be texting them at like 7:30 being like, hey, we still good for. That way, if for some reason something actually came up or they had no fucking intention, I'm not wasting my time getting ready, meeting them, or going there and just being like, where are they? You know what I mean? Like, no. Life's too fucking, no. If it cannot fit into your calendar, decline the task immediately. Some people don't deal with calendars. I've got every motherfucking thing on my calendar, right? Every practice, every meeting, every this, every that, whatever. So my first reaction is, let me see. Whoop, 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 whoop. I actually have this going on that day. Now, have I ever looked at the calendar and made up something that was in there because I didn't really want to? Maybe like one time. 5 times. I don't know, maybe. But the important part is I didn't lie and tell them what they wanted to hear. They absolutely did not want to hear that. But hey, I had other things. I have a lot of kids. So it's like, yeah. So why does it hurt so much when people don't say what they're going to do? Or they say it, but they don't deliver, right? It hurts when people break their word because it violates your brain's core need for safety, predictability, and social trust. That sounds way deeper than you hurt my feelings because you're an asshole. But there it is. There it is. It attacks emotional safety, so broken trust, disrespect, low priority. If you have no intention of doing something, for the love of everything, don't fucking string me along telling me little tidbits of things like me trying to sell something big. Okay, this was a more recent. Trying to sell something big. I put it out there. Somebody scoops it up. They're like, oh yeah, I would love it. Okay, cut them a great deal. Amazing. Oh yeah, that's so great. Okay, well to me, that's a big chunk off my plate, right? I don't have to push it any farther. I don't have to meet with a bunch of people because I have someone secured. So I can go on with my time doing other important fucking things. Problem is, now we start to get in there. Now a couple weeks have passed. It's getting down to the wire now. And I'm like, hey, if you could, this week would be great. Can I actually come look at it just to be sure? Okay. And then that day comes. No show all day long. The next day, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Can I come tomorrow? And Sure. Might not be here, but sure. Why not? And then the next day, hey, I actually forgot that we have this and this and this and this and this coming up, and it's not a good time to spend more money. Did you not know 2 weeks ago that what you have coming up was coming up? Like, it's a pretty big thing. I think. So 2.5 weeks now of time thinking that I had something in the bag. There's no fucking bag. What the fuck? It never stops, right? It never stops. So I am totally over the filler trash. I would rather you just say, fuck no, to my face right then and there. Even if you're a little unsure, just be like, no, I don't think so. That's totally fine, because that lets me know I can go somewhere else, try to find someone else, try to figure something else out. But no, some people are so used to just hitting that, yes, I'll do it. Yeah, you can count on me, because that's more important to them. And up here, it feeds their tiny little trolls running around. Fuck your trolls, man. It triggers cognitive dissonance. Dissonance. It's a weird word when you actually read it. So like reality clash, mental fatigue. You waste time and energy trying to rationalize someone else's behavior and why they would do that. Like, what's the point? Like, I just did that. Like, wouldn't you know you had a thing back then when you told me yes? Like, you're wasting time and energy. Like, it's dead and done. Like, it comes out to a no eventually. Yeah. It disrupts your logic and planning. Loss of control, resource waste. Check. It rewires how you view others. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm doing this all the time, especially with people I've known for a little bit of time. I mean, the ones who are like in there, like, okay, we accept each other's flaws. And like, we all have lives and work and kids and things. So it's like, if for some reason one of us slips and we misspoke, or we totally forgot to look at the calendar, it's like, oh shit. But in those times, those people feel really, really bad. Right? Because they actually weren't talking straight out of their ass. They were actually, really trying to be there for me. And then they forgot about their own fucking life. And for those people, okay, kind of like a permapass, just don't do it all the fucking time. Like, there's a difference, right? Because there are people who've been in your life forever who are just that guy. I don't need that fucking guy, okay? I don't. I really don't. So hypervigilance and cynicism, you stop believing good intentions, which makes it harder to build close, relaxed connections with people. Very, very true. Very true. But when you have come up to try to see the good in people, and you take everything that everyone says at full face value, and then they fucking turn around and spit in your face, it is very hard to keep trying to see new people like that. You almost punish the new people because the shitty people before them, you look for traits, you start to pick up different things. Like what reminds me of that last one, and like, similarities and yeah. So listen, moral of the story is, as we wrap it in, yeah, don't say you're going to do something if you have no intention of doing it, okay? Don't turn into one of those people that just diarrhea of the mouth, people-pleasing son of a bitch who just has to like get that dopamine hit in the moment when you have no fucking intention of delivering on what you say, okay? Because that makes you a piece of shit, and there are plenty of those out there anyway, so like, yeah, just saying, if you've done it to people multiple times, like maybe work on that. And for the people who have been fucked so many times by people like that, screwing them over with timelines or projects or whatever the fuck, if you found that people, start to lose credibility and everything, there's a reason it bugs you so much. All right, there's definitely a reason, and you're warranted to be like, you're a piece of shit. So anyway, hopefully all of that hits somebody, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and we will see you next time.